So, Undertale turned 10 earlier this week. Huh. Feel old yet? I do. I was a pretty early fan, and I only created my OCs a year later. So, you know, awesome. Cool. Love that. Anyway, Mr. Fox said on Twitter and Blue Sky, and the anniversary newsletter, that this weekend there would be a livestream similar to the one he did 4 years ago with Deltarune Chapter 1 for the 6th anniversary, and for anyone who's a relatively new fan or just not super involved with the community, in that stream, the game was different. For example, the option for the vessel's favourite flavour was changed from pain to nacho flamin' cheese. And we were introduced to Newbert for the first time literally ever, but it was treated like we already knew who he was, with Ralsei calling him like, my man, and the guys playing going, oh hey, it's Newbert!
I really appreciate that. Okay, here he is. It's Newbert!
Newbert! My man!
Best character.
Oh man.
Everyone's favorite.
We all love
Top
Newbert.
selling.
Newbert.
If we can get a my man in the chat for Newbert,
Yeah,
I'd
let's
really
hear it.
appreciate it.
Let's get Newbert in the chat.
Naturally, this means a lot of people, including me, believe there's going to be differences in Undertale as Toby plays it, and I want to share some of my own predictions. First of all, the name. Like, we were to vote on the name he's going to use for the Fallen Human, and then he'd get a selection, and I think people would then pay for a winner as a charity donation. As of writing this, the charity event to pick a name hasn't started yet, but if it has, I'll update you on screen. Currently, Gaster is winning the vote, and like, I want him to win just to see what happens, but he's so obviously not winning, because like, Gaster has never been acknowledged by Toby. Plus, the game also doesn't even let you name the human Gaster, although it'd be very funny if he was playing an edited version of the game that had no differences except for the fact that I let you name them Gaster. Also, Frisk comes second just because I want to see if hard mode gets launched, and if it does, will it be complete finally? I also had the idea that if he does name the human Frisk, he'll secretly rename the real Frisk with the second highest vote, so like, the first human becomes Frisk, and Frisk becomes like, Togor or something. I mean, Togor is currently second place to Gaster, meaning Togor is winning because Gaster is not going to be acknowledged. Those two are in the lead by over 1,000 points, and they're the only ones that are even over 1,000 votes, so, you know, quite obvious what the human's going to be named. As for what I think will happen in the game, I have a few ideas. I don't think all of these ideas will happen at once, obviously, nor do I think any one of these alone is guaranteed, but some are pretty likely, I think. Starting with the most obvious one, I think the Echo Flowers from that form we filled out back in July will be used. Where? I'm not sure, because there aren't nearly enough Echo Flowers in Wartfall to cover even a fair fraction of the submissions they will have received. An idea I do have is that they could be their own special room under the sink inside the Virus's house, which maybe we'll get access to as well in an update. I think that would be nice. I do think something will happen in that room, since in every console version of the game there's a different room and they're all telling a story. For example, in the PlayStation version you've got the dog shrine where you donate money to fill up the room with items. In the Switch version the shrine has been destroyed and Mad Mew Mew is in there with her own boss fight. And in the Xbox version, Shakura owns a casino with Sans in there, which, by the way, has very heavy Sanses from Deltarune dialogue, but we can get into that some other time. The PC version of the game has never had anything under the sink though, so I'm surprised that isn't something I've seen people suggest yet. Strange. Like, literally nobody has mentioned that sink at all from what I've seen. I personally hope we either continue the Maddie storyline or we get the Echo Flowers in there. I think that'd be nice. Speaking of Mad Mew Mew, I put her on my bingo card this weekend. I really want her to show up as her true self, since in literally all versions of Undertale and Deltarune I own, she's stuck as a ghost trapped inside a dummy. Because I only have the PC version and the PlayStation versions of both games, and I want to see her so bad. For the part that literally everyone has been suggesting, I think Toby getting the Gaster corridor is a guarantee. I think he's going to edit the game so that that corridor is a guarantee. I don't personally think it'll have the door, and if it does, he's not going to go in it. I just think that would be really funny and a perfect way to tease the fandom without having to acknowledge Gaster at all. Similarly, I think it's possible that the Gaster followers could appear. I mean, in my first playthrough on my current laptop, I got a Gaster follower, as in the one who literally mentions him by name as well, which, hello? Never had that before. So it's not like the Gaster followers are quite as hidden as Gaster himself and his existence. We don't need to acknowledge Gaster, really. if we only see what's already in the game for everyone, you know? Also, when I say Gaster Corridor, I assume you know that I mean the Mystery Man Corridor. I'm well aware that that might not be Gaster. Can you imagine if the door appeared and Toby went in, but inside it was the tree with the egg? Also, that reminds me, did you know in the True Lab you can find the man? In the fridge room before you clear the fog, you can interact with the tree, and you can also find a man in the same spot. He doesn't give you an egg, though. Maybe he will in this stream, who knows? I think we're going to need to have the other fun events happen as well, like the Wrong Number song, which was directly mentioned in Deltarune Chapter 4, mind you. Or the interaction with the clam girl who mentioned Suzy, spelled S-U-Z-Y, although they should change it to S-U-S-I-E, just for this stream in particular. I can see potentially Toby turning back before fighting Asgore and Flowey and receiving the call from Undyne near the core without reaching a neutral ending first, and then being able to jump straight into True Pacifist, but I'm not super set on this one. I don't see this one happening as much, because like, people want to see him fight Asgore, people want to see him fight Omega Flowey. I don't think for the sake of speeding up the game he's gonna like skip out into major boss fights, but I do think that's a possibility that could happen. I think there's a potential for a lot of Deltarune related stuff to happen. For example, small things like Sansa's door being recolored to look like the doors in the Dark World. The Holiday family could be mentioned since we know they're canon to Undertale. Gerson Old Man Undertale Boom's dialogue could be changed slightly, especially since he's the only character to mention Deltarune Symbol by name and he was important in Chapter 4. He was very important in Chapter 4. I love Old Man Deltarune. Love him. I also won't be surprised if we get some information about future chapters or behind the scenes information about Chapters 3 and 4. Actually, I think I'll be more surprised if we don't. I'll point out here that Jockington grows the beard, or in this instance, Jockington grows a beard, was first said in the Deltarune livestream.
Okay, yeah,
No
green works.
spoilers. Jockington grows a beard. Spoiler.
So even if it's subtle, I'm certain we'll get something. I can see us getting a new character akin to Newbert, someone who's a great character but not overly plot relevant so it doesn't spoil anything. One final thing that I won't say I expect to happen, but I really, really, really want to happen is that regardless of the route he does, he's gonna fight Sans. And instead of Megalovania, it'll be the song that might play when you fight Sans. That would be peak. On that note, I think being able to access Sans' room and therefore his lab would be interesting. I was tempted to put "We See the Machine Uncovered" on my bingo card, but I'm not too sure of this one. I don't think a reveal that's been this anticipated will be shown off in a live stream like this. However, we could potentially learn who the people in the photo are, or at least get hints towards it. That's what I think anyway. I'll put my bingo card up on screen and link it in the description if you want to play along. All in all, I'm super excited for this stream and I will be watching what I can't view live as a VOD. Because, unfortunately, the streams will be taking place starting at midnight for me, and I don't want to mess up my sleep schedule even more. Although, I am tempted to stream my reactions to it, just because I think it will be funny if anything major happens, I would like to have, a recording of my reaction, and just to see how, I don't know, excited it is, because I was really enjoying watching through my chapter 3 and 4 VODs, just because I was there were certain things I was disappointed at how much I underreacted, or how much my reaction was clearly just on my face rather than audible. But then there was other ones where I was laughing so loud, or I was screaming, and I thought it was really funny, and I really enjoyed having that.
Puzzle 2, get ready for a long one, folks. Oh my god. Oh, I don't like it. Whoops, not that way. Well... Huh? Huh? I don't... I'm stuck. Tenna. Help. Tenna. Help me. See, this one's completely stuck. I can't get it out. I can't open my menu, I can't do anything. I don't want to be stuck. Suzy, help. Susie. I figured it out. That, huh? What? 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 I'm scared. Huh? Huh? Excuse me? How long should I, do this for? And is it really... I mean, think of, like, the good of society, right? Like, he was always oogling girls like me and stuff. Oh, okay, heck yeah. Heck yeah. No. It's an ice cream guy! I thought... Hold on. I thought it was Barry this whole time. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Hey, why'd you stop? That was cool. You should, play more. Seriously, you're an idiot if you quit playing. Susie... Susie is nice, isn't she, Chris? I love you, Chris. You can do whatever you want. Please have your own free will more often.
So, I might stream my reaction. Let me know your predictions if you have any. I can't wait to see how right and probably completely wrong I am with most of these. That's all I'm gonna say for today. So I'll see you another time in another video. Goodbye.